So as I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video, today was a light day, intentionally programmed. I think these days are really important in training, and especially important when you're doing a program like Squat Every Day where you're literally putting in work every day. I look at it kind of from two ends of the spectrum. One, it's always good just to give your body a day to kind of rest and recover. I look at this as active recovery of sorts. My body, I'm still getting it out there. It's still getting under the bar. I'm still squatting. Today I was doing back squats, and you'll see I threw in a lot of overhead squats. So I think it's good to give your body a day where you just back off on the heavier weight. Just light, get the muscles working, get the muscles loosened up. Obviously, I was still fairly tight today. A little bit of soreness when I woke up. So still feels good to get under the weight and just kind of move and really make sure you're moving well and getting into the right placements. The other thing that I think is important, and this is more for longevity than anything else, and that is taking a light day like this is good for you mentally, in my opinion. When you get into Squat Every Day, it's really tempting to want to just push the envelope every day, especially early on, because you can typically make progress fairly quickly when you're just starting. Set new PRs, you constantly go heavier on your singles. So it's really easy to get caught up in that mindset of just constantly pushing. But for me personally, one thing I've noticed over time, and this goes with a lot of things in life, but when you just push too much, that's when you burn out. Mentally, it's tough to maintain that intensity. It's tough to want to walk in the gym every single day and just set PRs, set new heavy single reps, things like that. So, that's the reason I program. You'll probably see me do about 2 of these days a week, or 2 of these a week. Just light days, get under the bar. You'll see me go 75. This is 95. I do one more set here at 95. And then I do a couple sets at 135. But yeah, it's just, again, giving my body a little bit of a break. Mentally, it just lets me deload a little bit, take the intensity off for the day, focus on things like, again, good movement patterns, exploding. I kind of like this complex. I hadn't really planned to do this till I got in the garage this morning, but was doing, as you saw, 5, 6, 7 reps on back squat, and then I would throw in an overhead squat at the end, which maybe I should be working cardio more, but was actually kind of taxing. I was getting kind of tired after the back squats. I felt a little out of breath, and then having to work the overhead squat in, it's kind of tricky because the overhead squat requires so much core in it, and you really have to tighten everything up, and I was finding myself kind of out of breath, even though I was just doing, as you saw, like really single reps in the overhead squat. But one big plus today I noticed, again, light day, wasn't moving heavy weights, but I felt really good in my overhead squats. I just felt really rock solid. I felt like my core was really tight. Didn't have any issues overhead as far as, shaking, anything like that. I was kind of tempted actually to kind of press the envelope and see if maybe I could go a little. I mean, as you guys saw on, I think it was Sunday, I did 125, which is not an all-time PR for me in the overhead squat, but for the current Squat Every Day program, it was kind of the starting point. Right here with 95, even with a little bit of a pause at the bottom, pretty easy. It felt easy, so was kind of tempted. I thought maybe I could do 135, kind of push the envelope, but backed off. Again, today was lighter day. Just didn't really think it was necessary, but I'm excited for this weekend. As I mentioned yesterday, I've been kind of sore and a little beat up here the last few days. I'm definitely getting my wind back here with a lighter day today, so I'm excited to get after it again tomorrow. But I think this weekend I'm kind of excited to see what kind of numbers I can hit, dial up the intensity on Saturday and Sunday, and see where I can get. I think I'm going to put up some bigger numbers here pretty quick. Finish the session up today. I just put in, you guys saw me do the pull-up test the other day where I got 10 strict pull-ups. So this is just some of the training I'm doing to improve my pull-ups. That's just a 15-pound plate on the belt. 2 reps of 4 here, but just threw that in because I am testing pull-ups this summer. But yeah, that's all for today. Be back at it with a little more intensity tomorrow.